Okie dokie, guys. As I said in the last episode, it's time to start with the large monsters. So, first up is a Great Jaggi. Let's get started. As I have mentioned in some of my previous episodes, the Jaggi armor is actually quite good. So I'd advise getting it as soon as you can. So if that means killing a couple Jaggi along the way for no reason, go for it. If it involves hunting a Great Jaggi for no reason, go for that too. And here's also another thing that you might want to have in mind when you're playing this game. Spoiler alert, but even Moga Village quests have an effect on your HR. Yeah, craziness, right? So you could just continuously do a whole bunch of high-rank quests in offline mode, then only do the key quests in online mode, and you could still end up being really high level as soon as you beat the last monster. My question is, how the heck did I just go under him without moving at all? Now, a good trick to keep in mind when fighting the Great Jaggi is to keep on rolling out of the way. Because you can avoid pretty much every single one of his attacks if you have good timing. And if little minion monsters don't make you stumble. Now, if you're just going to town on him like this, he's going to die pretty quickly. So if you're on a capture quest, you're going to want to let off a bit. Like, use one of the weapons that are faster but don't do as much damage at once. Like a sword and shield or dual swords. Because he will die very quick if you just use the hammer. Oh man, turned around. There, doesn't matter much. Now, I know that my weapon sharpness just went down, but I wasn't going to do anything about it until he was stunned like that. Just because. Oh look, he's leaving. You know, if he's hungry and he leaves his zone, that means he's probably going to be really weak. And that he's probably about to die. Because when he's in that zone, there's plenty of food there. Especially if you put out tinged meat, like I did. But in this game, the monsters try to leave their, like, sleep area right before they die. Okay, so there you have it. Great Jaggi killed very quickly, if I do say so myself. Okay, nothing left to gather from him. Might as well go kill a couple Jaggi right now. And Jaggia. In fact, if you need any Jaggi scales, you can't actually get them from normal Jaggi. You have to get them from Jaggia. Nice thing about Jaggia is that you can actually carve them twice. Like that. In this case, I only got Jaggi hides from him, but still. No, that is the phone. I will be right back. Okie dokie, sorry about that. I just got a call from my parents wondering what size shoe I wore for some reason. Oh, well, now I get to hunt an Arzuros. The Arzuros has a pretty good switch axe and also has a pretty good long sword as well. The switch axe has a poison flail, whatever you call it. File. Yeah, file. The long sword doesn't, it just upgrades into something pretty good later on. But now it's time to go hunt one. Oh, actually, somebody wants to talk to us somewhere. Oh, this guy again. Oh, farmer. Farmer wants a new field. Awesome. That'll give us a nice supply of herbs. Oh. Wow. I guess we're supposed to trap this Arzuros. Now, we were given 2 shock traps, so I think that I may or may not just use one up right now. Well, not right now, obviously, but like at the start of the quest. Only problem with that is he'll be weaker. No. He'll be more resilient. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. He'll be more resilient to the shock traps. I say that the shock traps will be weaker, not he will. Looks pretty cool, except for that weird tongue. Like a spiky badger. Big spiky badger. Oh yeah, that's another thing about this guy. His arm guards, the spikes on his arms, are actually resistant to yellow sharpness, so you're gonna need green sharpness for this guy. Just doing that so that I can get off a KO relatively quickly. See that? That was actually pretty good timing on my part. Well, actually, no, on the shock trap's part. Okay, now, as I said with the Great Jaggi, you're going to want to be pretty careful when you're trying to kill this guy with the hammer, because he'll die relatively quickly if you aren't careful. I want those arms. No. Oh wow, that was close. That is his eating animation. And he's about to try to eat you. Now, if you're new to this game, then you don't really know that monsters can actually eat you. Or that they can limp like this. This guy's ready to capture. Now, since I used the shock trap already to get a KO off on him, I have to go all the way back to the base camp. No, don't turn around. This way. But that's okay, because he's not going to sleep in the area that he goes to right now. That's what monsters do when they are limping like that. They go off and rest, and they regain health. But he won't do that in Area 7. You have to go through 7 and then go to 6 to be able to sleep. Now, I don't need the mini whetstones at all, so I'll take the map just because it's easier to navigate with it. Let's see where he is. It looks like he's trying to make his way towards Area 6. Slowly but surely. I'll just have to meet him there. Yep, see, he made his way over. Now, unless you actually explored these caves, you wouldn't know there's a passage right through here to get to 6. Oh, there he is. Now, if you've already used the shock trap on him, you're going to want to not wait for him to go to sleep and then put it next to him, because the shock trap will wear off quicker. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put it off over here somewhere and then wake him up somehow. And then you can do something called pre-tranking, which is you throw the trank bomb before he's actually in the trap. It doesn't last very long, like the trank bombs. So you have to do it like as he's about to get in it. Otherwise it'll just be a wasted trank bomb. So, now here's the real question that I'm going to have to ask you guys who are watching. I'd like you to comment and actually say something. Which weapons do you want me to use to fight these monsters with? Because I'll fight every single one, every single monster, with a couple different weapons. Just because you might not be using the certain weapon that I am. You might not be using the hammer. You could be using sword and shield, dual swords, great sword, long swords. So yeah, tell me, what weapons you want me to use? I'd like to get 2 other weapons. Oh look, gotta save a little shakalaka from danger. So yeah, we won't do the urgent quest yet. We'll just finish these last 3 quests that we have here. This one is to capture a Great Jaggi, this one's just to hunt and kill an Arzuros, and then this one's just to harvest tour. I think I'm going to kill an Arzuros. Because even though I said that the Great Jaggi has pretty good armor, which it does, the Arzuros has a great gathering set. It is very good for gathering. It's not much on the offensive side, like the Jaggi set is. The Jaggi set gives attack up and stun negation, as well as gourmand, which is just a food eating bonus. It'll double all meats that you eat, and if you have that up to 15 skills, all 15 points in it, then it'll be scavenger, which means that all stamina recovery items will have twice the effect, and that each time you eat one of those stamina recovery items, there's a chance to heal yourself. Try and get those arms right now. Oh man, it's a little bit too far. No, eating us. Well, this is pretty funny. Picks you up and shakes you. If you're a 3DS user, you have to spam the AX, Y, B buttons. Same if you're stunned. Now, I didn't have any honey, and that's why he threw me off like that so quickly. If I had honey, then if I had been able to get away, then I would still have my honey, but I would also be able to get another honey off of him, because he dropped it as a shiny. He's going to go eat now. So I might as well take the opportunity to sharpen and eat a ration as he changes zones. Then I'll go running after him. Now, back on the topic of choosing which weapons to use on these monsters, like the other two that I'm going to use. I find that a lot of people need help with the light bowgun or the heavy bowgun, which those are actually pretty powerful weapons if you use them well enough, I guess. I don't know how else to say it. I'm not trying to say that you don't use the weapons well. Come on, break. Break. I want your arms. See, those arms, if I was using a bowgun, those would have been broken. Bowgun or a bow. Oh, darn it, I thought those were rations. Oh, I just traded away my well-done steaks for a pelt. Oh. Stinks. Oh well. Okay, I guess we can get some honey really quickly before this ends. And that's it. Okay then. Ba-bam. Oh, really? I got quest complete just because I sharpened my weapon? Awesome. Oh yeah. Yeah, not really. Okay, so I think my time is about up. So I will see you in the next episode. I think I'm just gonna do the other two quests that I need to do before I do the urgent. Just off camera. And I'll also farm for the 2 armor sets I want, which I'll show you right here. The Jaggi and the Arzuros. Now, you're going to have to tell me quickly what weapons you want me to use, because I'm going to get armor based on what weapons you guys request. So, yeah. Please leave your feedback in the comment section. See you next time. Bye-bye.